Okay, so then you got the part, and then you were
Got the part. Oh, right.
Old?
So the first couple weeks, we had like a month before we even got to Texas. We shot all the movies in Austin, Texas, and like a month before we moved to Texas, Alexa and I had gymnastics training. So we went to like this gymnastics coach.
Was it fun?
It was so much fun. It was like getting to, like, you know how we go to the trampoline dodgeball place? It was like getting to go there. Like we had to be there, you know? It was like a couple hours every week of just like playing on trampolines and not being scared of heights and stuff. Because then when we got to Texas, they put us in like harnesses and flew us around.
So you did all your own stunts?
I didn't do all my own stunts, but
a decent amount.
I did a lot of stunts. I had these awesome stunt doubles. They were twins. Their names were Houston and Kanan. And like...
That's sick.
I think like, I don't know how much we can put in here, but I like the things that like I couldn't get hurt doing, like when I had to like jump off of a boat into the water. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
They were like, Houston, Kanan, put on a red wig. And you do that. And everyone was always so safe, but it was the times where it's like I could have gotten hurt.
I think that makes sense. That's what the acting's all about. That's what a stunt double's for, right? They're just willing
Absolutely.
to
It's just weird to think about as an adult now that they hired 2 7-year-old kids.
Children. Imagine. I was a stunt.
No one got hurt. No one got hurt.
Daryl, say that pretty face. Get in there, Diamond.
Yeah. So in the beginning, it was like going to camp. You know, it was like I was learning to fly and. You know, like they put a fake jetpack on me and put me on wires, and like I got comfortable in a harness, and we did a bunch of costume tests and camera tests, and then McDonald's came. When you say
costume tests, you mean fittings?
Yeah, fittings. They were kind of also figuring out because Robert just like drew everything.
Wow.
So he had all these drawings, and he had like all these moldings of like the thumbs, and like he had all the characters from his childhood that he was bringing to life for this movie. And then the movie started, and then McDonald's came, and then like everything was kind of cemented in like, all right, this is the vision for the first movie.
But the first movie came out, and my favorite story is when you said you went to the theaters to watch it.
Yeah. So the first movie came out. The most fun part was that the trailer, and this is why when we go to the movies, I'm like, I have to watch the trailers. The Spy Kids 1 trailer was on The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So it was like I was going to see The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey because we all did. Yeah. Because that movie was iconic. And before the movie started, the Spy Kids trailer came out. It was the first time I saw myself like on the silver screen.
That's pretty insane.
I like my memory of that is like watching it, and as I was watching it, I was just like standing up because I was so excited. You know, it's like when we watch Riley just like get excited at Baby Einstein and just stand up out of nowhere. I was just doing that, and then after it ended, a person sitting next to me was like, "Whoa, was that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then
How old are you? How old are you? Right
7.
There? 7?
Yeah. Or no, maybe I was 8. I was 8.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then we watched The Grinch, and The Grinch was amazing. And, and then the movie came out.
Standing up.
Yeah. The movie came out a couple months later. The first screening of the movie was in Vegas at the Paris Hotel. I'll never forget, like, being in a casino at 8.
This is so bizarre.
I could not imagine. Yeah, you've seen so much shit at a very young age. You're just surrounded by adults.
Yeah, being a child actor, you had.
But I have to say, I always felt very safe. There really wasn't a time. Like, I'm so lucky that I had the experience that I did, and I think it's why I didn't get into drugs and stuff, you know, because I was always very safe.
Yeah, when you and I talk about a lot of actors who were your age and who were popping at that time, I'm always like, where'd they go? And it's sad to hear how many like went to drugs or went to have a really tough life.
I like to look at it as like I always knew I wanted to be an actor. Like I remember at 3 watching TV and just like wanting to be in the TV, wanting to be in the commercials, wanting to be in a Power Ranger, wanting to be in the TV shows, and I always really wanted to do it. And I'm really lucky that I found that out at such a young age. And I think a lot of kid actors think that it's what they want, or somebody else think that that's what they want and it's not what they want. And I feel like that might have a reason that might be the reason why they go off in other directions. I was really lucky at I just wanted to keep getting better at the craft of it
Yeah.
and like being different characters and what a fun like first movie to do where like you're a spy and you're having like a great time, you know? It's like
I mean, yeah.
Dakota Fanning's first movie was I Am Sam. That couldn't have been a lot of fun to do, you know? Like that had to have been
that's pretty
painful
Yeah.
in some days. My days were like, is today the day we're gonna play with silly string? You know?
Yeah.
Is today the day I'm gonna get to fly?
True.
Like,
You're just kind of fucking around with a bunch of fun stuff.
Yeah.
and I learned a lot because I was around a lot of really talented people, and you know, Robert is so talented and creative, and then all the actors in the first movie specifically too, all the movies. But the first movie like had Alan Cumming, who was Floop, and like he's a Broadway actor and a phenomenal actor, and I never felt like I was acting in that first movie. I just felt like I was.
You were just living.
I was just living.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When
When did
did you know?
that was like the most fun one to shoot? The first one.
They were all fun in their own ways. The first movie just because it was my first movie, I didn't have anything to compare it to. So then the other
Right.
two I had to compare to the first one, and where there was like no pressure. And then when the first movie came out, and it did really well, my whole life changed. It was
When
like,
did you know it did really well? Like, did they give you a call and they go, guess what? Did very well.
I don't remember a phone call of them saying like, hey, it did really well, but like my life just got really busy. So I missed a lot of school. Like as soon as the movie came out, I went on you have tours where you go and you sing. Actors for a movie, even at 7, have press tours. And so there was a car in the Spy Kids 1 movie called the Isuzu Axiom. I don't even know if Isuzu is still a car company, and I don't think they make the Axiom anymore.
like,
but it was
what?
like the car in the movie. And
Yeah.
so I basically went around 10 cities in 9 days to different malls promoting this car. So I like went to the mall, like sat behind a chair, signed autographs. And
See, I didn't know people did that on our island. Like, nobody really goes to Nantucket, and we didn't have malls, you know. So
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was like listening to Radio Disney, and they were like, Topanga from Boy Meets World is going to be at the Del Amo Mall.
Yeah,
and I was
like,
like,
that-
Mom, that's near
Yeah.
me. We're going.
Yeah.
I need to meet
That wasn't even a
Topanga.
thought in our mind. Like
It
we
wasn't
watch
even a
movies and be like,
thought.
wow, they're
Like,
just
when
like
I started doing
mystical,
promo, I was
magical
like-
creatures that don't even exist.
I was like, nobody's going to care. Why am I going to this random mall in this random state? And then there'd be thousands of people. And I was like, oh,
It's so weird.
well, hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
had no idea that was a concept.
Yeah, I grew up with that.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
And
But it was
was-
cool, like, having been there as, like, a young kid and then being, like, the person behind the table and being like, well, even at, like, 8 years old, I was, like, I could already tell I was, like, on the other side of it. And the weirdest part is just, like, everyone just knows who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the story you told me how it's a little weird when, like, adults
I was
come
gonna
up
say,
to
like,
you.
what's the average age of people coming up to you at that table when you're signing shit? Like,
I mean, I remember being 8 and, like, some lady saying, like, want to sign my boob? And I was like,
Stop
yes.
it. Stop right now.
I do.
Yes, I do.
Wait, no. Where the fuck were the adults? Where was anybody?
I don't know.
You signed the boob,
Spy Kids, dude,
I
rock
didn't
star
see-
lifestyle.
I didn't see like bare tits.
but you signed a check.
It was like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
chest. Yeah, it was like up here.
Yeah, rock
you know?
star, baby.
Yeah.
Junior Cortez.
Yeah.
Why am I jealous? I hate this woman.
It's
So
it's very
bananas.
inappropriate
Okay, so
as I
very
think about it now,
inappropriate.
but at the time,
Jesus.
yeah.
Our baby will not be signing no boobies.
No. Anyway,
Wow.
what
The
was the question?
2000s.
Sorry, I got lost.
How did you remember
How
all
did
your
I
lines? Thank
remember all my lines?
you, Sally.
Sally in the
Great
back.
question, Sally. I don't know. No.
Didn't you say he wrote them like on the spot?
Not in the first movie.
Oh.
So yeah. So he always it's so funny. Like Robert always had all of these ideas, and when we filmed the first movie, he'd be like, "Oh, I have this idea," which was also so great as a like first time movie actor of like learning improv. So I would just have to like go with the flow. But remembering all the lines, I don't know. I think I'm just really lucky that I think I have a photographic memory. When I learned how to read, apparently, I just memorized like people telling me like what the story was in the book, and then I just repeated what they said, and they were like,
Pretended to read.
"Hey,
Yeah,
It's-
it
he's
sounded
not
like you
reading."
loved the story and you loved being that character, and that's I feel like when it comes, it's got to come easiest at that point when you're just like so locked into the world you have to be in that you're just kind of like, it's just who you are at that point.